this is an idea that was come up with that Mitchell Resnick came up with. Well, I don't know if he came up with it, but I got it from him in an article that he shared on Medium. And he talks about the creative cycle. Okay, so the creative cycle, specifically, he's talking for children, but I think it applies to adults as well. And what the creative, uh, well, I take that back. It's not a cycle. It could be a cycle. He calls it a spiral because um, it never loops back into itself. It always spirals into new and different things, right?
Mm.
So, or a
Hmm.
different version of the thing. So the first step is in this creative spiral is imagining. And imagining leads to creating, and creating leads to playing, and playing leads to sharing. Sharing leads to reflection, and reflection leads to imagining something new, and the spiral starts again. So you imagine, you create, you play, you share, and you reflect. And the thing that he's talking about, I think, is specifically is with, things like a lot of children's toys can involve the building aspect to it. So specifically, Lego is the one that I have in mind. But um, even if you just had Barbie dolls and like GI Joes, you put them together and create something with them, whether it's a story, whether it's an event, or whether it's you know some sort of uh, um, um, I don't know, like you might build like a. I remember we used to build like our war landscapes for the GI Joes. We'd dig trenches, and we'd like put in little like miniature barbed wire and fences and things like that. Um, so you'd have the imagine level, then the creation level. So if it is Lego, you're building something, and then once you've built the thing, you play with it, and then uh, if you have people to share it with, you share those things that you've played with. Like, hey, look at this that I've made. Let's share it. Let's work on it together. And then once that's done, take time to reflect on it. And through that reflection, you think, oh, how could that have gone better? How could I have? I guess a kid never quite thinks, how could that have gone better? Maybe they do. I don't know. But
I don't know.
that's more of adult thinking. But the reflection is like, I really enjoyed this. I want to do more of that. Or I could do it. Or this was boring. What if I changed it this way to make it better? They start imagining, and then the play repeats itself. And that's what I would do as a kid, like with Lego for sure. I remember one problem I had to solve as a kid was I had all these Legos, and I had no Batman Legos because they hadn't licensed Batman for Lego yet. And they had City Lego, they had Pirate Lego, they had Space Lego, but I wanted Batman Lego. So I sat down and turned my black spaceman into Batman, and I made little like paper ears, bat ears that I taped to it, and I made a little paper like bat symbol and taped that to the front. And
Awesome.
I made a Two-Face character and a couple other like uh, bat characters, and then I made a Batmobile and I made the Batcave and all that stuff out of Lego. And so now I had like my Batman play set, and so that was just a way as a kid where I learned creative problem solving. And the thing I want to do is apply that to us as adults. So here we are. Us three are professionals, but perhaps if you're listening to this, maybe you're not professional, maybe you're pro am, maybe you're amateur, maybe you just do illustration for like as a way to wind down at the end of the night. But still, you want to be looking at ways to think creatively, to be more creative, because it affects every aspect of your life, whether it's um, problem solving with kids, uh, problem solving with coworkers, problem solving with just life in general.